welcome to Mojo Plays, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 video game controllers of all time. We're adjusting our previous list with modern updates, so be sure to check out our original video to see what's changed. Did we miss any that you think deserved a spot? Let us know in the comments below.
When Dad wants to watch the baseball game on TV, many games can be pulled down onto the gamepad so you can keep playing.
Number 20, Atari 2600 Joystick.
My son Boris has a missile command problem.
My mission in life is to save all of mankind.
Lately, my daughter has developed a similar problem with Atari warlords.
While not the most comfortable in terms of form factor and not the most visually striking, the Atari 2600 Joystick is a pioneering little piece of hardware that paved the way for years to come. When non-gamers think of a video game controller, their minds typically lean towards picturing a single, nondescript joystick like this. And we have the Atari 2600 to thank for that. Synonymous with classic games like Pac-Man and Asteroids, this controller will forever be iconic.
Your turn. Me?
Number 19, NES Zapper. One of the earliest home versions of the arcade light gun peripheral, Nintendo's NES Zapper is another timeless icon. For an almost 40-year-old piece of hardware, it worked really well at the time and is a precursor to the concept we eventually got with the Wii. Compatible with notable games like Duck Hunt and Wild Gunman, the NES Zapper is one of the most immersive video game controllers to date and feels really good to handle to boot. Number 18, Wii Remote Plus.
That as Cammy is subtly rotating her wrist, that precise action is being reflected on screen in real time.
The Nintendo Wii quite literally changed the game when it came to motion controls. Wii Sports was insanely popular with all audiences thanks to the unassuming Wii Remote, but some folks cited calibration issues. Then came the Wii Motion Plus attachment, which then eventually became the Wii Remote Plus, which is just a regular Wii Remote with the attachment built in. This helped with accurate movement in games like The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which allowed Link to swing his sword in very dynamic ways. It really felt like you were swinging the Master Sword yourself.
Wii Motion Plus renders every slight shift of your wrist or arm into the gameplay.
Number 17, Xbox One. The Xbox lineage of controllers have gone virtually unchanged since its original inception, and for good reason. The form factor offers one of the most comfortable experiences around, and the offset sticks makes playing first-person shooters feel great. The smaller triggers compared to the previous generation give it a more tactile feel, improving an already awesome design. We just wish hardware manufacturers could agree on where to place the A, B, X, Y buttons.
I just wish I had more time to play. Yo!
Number 16, Sega Genesis.
So what's blast processing do?
The original iteration of the Sega Genesis controller was streamlined and simplified, which is great for people new to playing video games. Over time, they'd improve upon this design, but more on that later. The 3 buttons and round form factor made this not only one of the most unique visually, but easy to hold and use for playing games like Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and you get the idea. Also, if you own a Nintendo Switch, you can get the wireless version to play these games on the go. Number 15, Wii U Gamepad.
The touch feature offers simple and intuitive control. The touchscreen works with your fingertip or the stylus.
Another entry into Nintendo's lineup of weird controllers, the Wii U Gamepad is surely some sort of proof of concept for what would eventually become the Nintendo Switch, and was likely inspired by the GameCube and Game Boy Advance link cable function. The controller has a built-in screen and face buttons around it, and you use it to control the action on your TV, while the handheld screens serve as the menu for a ton of Wii U games. Playing Wind Waker HD on the gamepad was a time-saving godsend that streamlined a lot of the chunky parts of that game.
The Wii U Gamepad for Wii U. It redefines how you play with home entertainment.
Number 14, PlayStation 4.
Improving, advancing, transforming. Introducing the redesigned DualShock 4 wireless controller.
The DualShock 4 is a personal favorite for many. The trackpad in the middle of the controller might have been a little confusing upon the PlayStation 4's launch, but has since become an awesome and memorable feature. For example, being able to swipe in any direction on the fly in games like Ghost of Tsushima to call your horse or use Guiding Wind made for a lot more dynamic gameplay potential, and changed the way a lot of developers thought about design moving forward.
Available in a range of different styles. Discover new ways to play with the redesigned DualShock 4.
Number 13. Sega Genesis 6 button. The Sega Genesis 6-button controller is a vast improvement on the original, changing its form factor and increasing the number of buttons to, you guessed it, 6. Not a lot of games on the Sega Genesis even used all 6 buttons, but those that did, like Streets of Rage 3, had a lot more immersive options when it came to gameplay. And it just looks cooler too. I mean, just look at it. Number 12. Nintendo Entertainment System.
Nintendo Entertainment System style controller works with NES games on Nintendo Switch. This one here is the left NES controller.
The one that started it all for most gamers, the Nintendo Entertainment System controller is fully and truly an icon. It's definitely not the most comfortable controller around, but its influence and recognizability due to its design and history are undeniable. I'll never forget the first time I got my hands on this, exploring Hyrule, the Mushroom Kingdom, and so much more for the first time. Its 2-button layout was easy to learn, and this was before shoulder buttons became commonplace, so it came with a low learning curve so little kids and skeptical adults alike could give video games a fair shake.
You can charge them by simply attaching them to the console. We hope you'll enjoy using these controllers to play this growing library of classic NES games.
Number 11. Xbox Controller S. I'll admit, the original Xbox controller is a weirdly shaped, clunky mess. The Xbox Controller S, not to be confused with the controller from today's Xbox Series S, is a huge improvement on this design. This is what future Xbox controllers were modeled after, and I'm so grateful it did. Its smaller form factor and more streamlined approach to design helped it feel more like a hardcore gaming controller than an overly stylized gimmick like the original. Number 10. Nintendo 64 controller.
We will experience true freedom. We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands. We will be in control of something.
It's weird, wonderful, and quite unlike anything else. Its large M-shaped build and intricate spread of buttons were by no means standard, but these elements would be transformative for the industry at large. The N64's controller helped push forward the concept of the analog stick, with the controller's large size actually working well in conjunction with the central stick. Players found the controller comfortable to grip, and its C buttons reflected the changing nature of face buttons, particularly in regards to 3D games. We may never see the likes of this again.
We will change the system.
Number 9. Wii Remote.
This is family fun for everyone. So experience the skill, the precision, the hand-to-eye coordination.
Once upon a time, a sleek little remote inspired people to dream. Based around motion control, the Wii Remote intrigued the gaming media at large with its basic white coloring, compact button placement, and general control variety. The Wiimote could be linked to a nunchuck accessory for more precise play, turned on its side in the vein of the NES controller, or attached to a dual-stick classic controller. But more importantly, it featured pointer functionality to replicate a mouse, motion controls that even grandma could use, and a speaker to add a new layer of immersion. The Wii Remote was truly innovative, proving there was still places to go with control schemes.
Young or old, just get involved and get yourself a Wii.
Number 8. Super Nintendo Entertainment System controller.
Introducing the next generation from Nintendo.
Nintendo. Always looking to shake things up. For the Super Nintendo, a new controller scheme was developed. One that shifted from the box-like design of the NES controller to a more rounded shape. Described by some as akin to a dog bone, the SNES Controller upped the ante with 4 action buttons arranged in a diamond formation, as well as introducing the concept of shoulder buttons. In addition to its innovative qualities and comfort of use, the Super Nintendo controller also sported a restrained color scheme that managed to be aesthetically respectable without being distracting. Fun fact, European and Japanese versions of the controller were the first to have color-coordinated buttons, something that our later entries would all support.
It's 16-bit, and it's yours only if you get new Super Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Number 7. Nintendo GameCube Controller. Conceptually running on a similar mentality as the N64, the GameCube opted to match the shifting nature of control schemes with its wing grip-based controller. The controller utilized a layout not unlike that of its Xbox rival, complete with a small right-side analog stick while implementing force feedback not possible for the N64's controller. The ease with which players can access the GameCube controller's central buttons and the range displayed by the shoulder triggers are matched only by its instantly recognizable shape and layout.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time!
Number 6. PlayStation DualShock series. While Nintendo's controllers, as we've seen, have gone through drastic redesigns over the years, Sony's iconic DualShock series has remained largely the same. Originally released in 1997, the first incarnation of the DualShock analog controller series reinforced the standard of twin analog sticks, marrying them to the classic PlayStation controller design to great effect. The other big feature, a built-in motor for vibration feedback, would prove innovative enough to achieve popularity, with only small tweaks needed for the later DualShock models. Being both pleasant to use and inspirational to other hardware creators, the DualShock brand has more than earned its place in gaming culture. Number 5. Xbox Elite Controller. The Elite Series controller, introduced during the Xbox One era, is a competitive gamer's best friend. It faced a rocky launch at first, but over time quickly became a staple for Xbox One owners. Its sleek design and interchangeable buttons made it one of the most customizable at the time. Being able to swap between concave and convex sticks made for a more fluid first-person shooter experience, and the back paddles made remapping for various games a breeze. It came in a wide variety of different colors and themes, so there was a style for everyone who was curious about one. Number 4. Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. Everyone agrees that the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons are an amazing and inventive design. The detachable half-controllers are able to be used for multiplayer, costing you less in the long run, but many units launched with unbearable stick drift. The Pro Controller, a product long dating back all the way to the Wii, is just a significant improvement. Taking a page out of Xbox's book with the offset sticks, sleek form factor, and rubber palm grips make playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe feel way better. Hopefully the Nintendo Switch 2's version holds up. Number 3. Mouse and Keyboard.
Yo, that's sweet.
Yeah, it is. We about to win this.
Some of you youngins may scoff at us for calling a mouse and keyboard a controller, but this is one of the first ever methods for controlling a game. PC players know, playing a first-person shooter like Doom or any other game for that matter feels significantly better than on a traditional controller. Being able to aim in a more fluid motion with much better accuracy made this a staple for fans of the genre. Not only that, but having a keyboard with big RPGs like the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim made a hotkey system much easier to rely on. Mouse and keyboard are here to stay.
All stations, no enemy movement detected at this time.
Number 2. Xbox 360 Controller. All of the lessons learned, every mistake and success, all of it contributed to this masterwork. The controller released alongside Microsoft's Xbox 360 console is nothing short of ergonomic in design, from its carefully spaced thumbsticks to the feel of the letter-marked face buttons. Neither bulky nor thin, neither flashy nor muted, the 360 controller is never overwhelming in look or feel. Inclusions such as a button based on the Xbox logo and twin bumpers are all useful in some fashion, and don't consume a great deal of space. Plus, if you moved on to the next gen, you'll be happy to know that much like the DualShock controller, Microsoft continues to stick with what works and maintained essentially the same design for the Xbox One.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. DualSense and DualSense Edge. When the PS5 launched in 2020, the controller packed in with it was the DualSense. Both from an aesthetic and form factor perspective, this is our pick for the greatest controller of all time. The haptic feedback integration with most games gives players the most immersive and tactile experience around. The resistant triggers in games like God of War Ragnarok really enhance the experience. The DualSense Edge, released in 2023, is a souped-up version of the original and is a godsend for those with accessibility needs. Like the Xbox Elite controller, it comes with interchangeable buttons and back paddles for easier remapping, as well as stick caps for better movement. If you're a PlayStation 5 owner, we highly recommend this one. What do you think of our picks? Check back in another 9 years to see if we've updated the list again.